Here's Claudia's story for years. As Claudia related, I starved myself thin until keto taught me how to eat. Claudia, a woman who dieted for 20 years, never lost real fat until she switched to keto, eating more fat and fewer carbs. She learned that calories aren't everything. Imagine spending your whole day surrounded by donuts, vending machines, birthday cake, and coworkers who all say, "Go on, it's just one piece." Now imagine doing that every day for years, until your doctor looks you straight in the eye and says, "You're 1 year away from diabetes." That's exactly what happened to Claudia. What her doctor said turned her entire life around and her lunchbox. This is Claudia's keto story, how one office snacker finally learned that fat isn't the enemy, that sugar is, and how she lost 47 pounds without counting calories or giving up coffee. Claudia was the office snack queen. Here's her story. Claudia worked as an administrative assistant in downtown Chicago. If you wanted to find her, you didn't need to check her desk. You just followed the sound of the crinkling candy wrapper. She had a sweet tooth so powerful, she used to joke that if donuts were vitamins, she'd be the picture of health. By 42, she'd been on every diet known to humankind. Low fat, low calorie, low joy. Every Monday she started again, and by Friday, she was elbow deep in a box of cupcakes, someone left in the break room. Her coworkers loved her. She was the cheerful one who brought the snacks. The problem? The snack queen was getting heavier every year. Her jeans got tighter, her energy crashed by 3 p.m., and her doctor kept saying, "You really need to watch your blood sugar." About her, the wake-up call. The wake-up moment came during her annual checkup. Her doctor flipped through her chart, sighed, and said, "Claudia, your blood sugar levels are borderline diabetic. You're 1 year away from needing medication." It hit her harder than any diet ad ever could. Not because she feared medicine, but because she realized she'd been eating herself sick. That night she went home, opened her pantry, and stared at a lineup of cereal boxes, crackers, cookies, and healthy granola bars, all of them loaded with sugar. She Googled, "How to lower blood sugar fast." And that's when she stumbled on the word that would change everything: keto. As Claudia said, "Wait, you can eat bacon?" At first, keto sounded ridiculous. Eat bacon and butter to lose fat? She thought, yeah, right, and maybe I'll drink whipped cream for breakfast too. But she kept reading. She learned that keto isn't about eating only fat. It's about switching your body's fuel source from carbs to fat. Normally, your body burns glucose. That's sugar from bread, pasta, and snacks. But when you eat very few carbs, your body says, no sugar available. Guess I'll burn fat instead. That process is called ketosis, and it turns your own body fat into energy. Claudia loved science, so she was fascinated. She thought, wait, you mean my body can literally eat its own fat? Suddenly, the idea of skipping the donuts didn't sound so bad. Claudia's first week. She had the keto flu. Let's be honest, her first week on keto wasn't all sunshine and bacon roses. She quit sugar cold turkey. By day 3, her brain was yelling, "Where's my donut?" She had headaches, she was cranky, and at one point she considered eating a bread roll just to feel alive again. But she powered through, fueled by black coffee and sheer determination. She'd read that the so-called keto flu happens because your body is adjusting, it's flushing water, losing electrolytes, and learning to burn fat for energy instead of sugar. So, she added salt to her meals, drank bone broth, and carried a bottle of electrolytes like it was her new best friend. By the end of week 2, the fog lifted. She woke up one morning without craving sugar. She looked in the mirror and said, "Okay, I think this might actually work." Here's Claudia's lazy keto plan. Claudia wasn't into weighing food or tracking macros. She wanted something she could stick with, not obsess over. So she went with what people call lazy keto. That meant no sugar or bread, lots of protein and healthy fats, no calorie counting. Her meals looked like this: breakfast, scrambled eggs and butter with avocado slices; lunch, chicken salad with olive oil dressing. Snack, a few almonds or cheese cubes. Dinner, salmon, spinach cooked in olive oil, and a big glass of water. She joked, "I used to live on muffins and coffee. Now I live on eggs and hope." Within 2 weeks, her bloating was gone. By 1 month, she'd lost 10 pounds, one co-worker noticed. Claudia's break room battle. The hardest part wasn't giving up sugar. It was surviving the office temptations. Every day someone brought in bagels or birthday cake. They'd say, "Claudia, just 1 bite won't hurt." But she smiled and said, "Last time I took 1 bite, it turned into a 3-year relationship." She became the unofficial keto ambassador of her office. People started asking, "So what can you eat?" And she'd pull out her lunchbox with chicken, avocado, and cheese, like it was a magic trick. By the 3rd month, she'd lost 22 pounds. Her doctor couldn't believe it. Her blood sugar dropped into the healthy range, and she had more energy than she'd had in years. The science behind her success. Claudia's success wasn't luck, it was biology. Here's what she learned. Carbs turn into glucose. The more carbs you eat, the more sugar floods your bloodstream. Your body releases insulin to store that sugar, mostly as fat. 1. Keto lowers insulin levels. When you eat fewer carbs, insulin drops. Lower insulin means your body finally taps into fat stores for fuel. 1. Fat doesn't make you fat, sugar makes you fat. Healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, and butter keep you full. Sugar spikes your hunger again within an hour. 1. Keto reduces cravings naturally. Once your body adapts, you stop obsessing about food. Claudia said the biggest surprise was realizing how peaceful eating could feel. She didn't have to fight her willpower every afternoon. Her body simply stopped begging for sugar. Claudia's real life on keto. Of course, it wasn't perfect. She missed pizza, and she once ate 3 strawberries and felt guilty like a criminal. But she quickly learned to make keto versions, cauliflower pizza, almond flour muffins, and fat bombs. Her favorite saying became, "There's a keto version of everything except bad decisions." Even dining out got easier. She just said, "No bun, no fries, double veggies." And yes, she still had her morning coffee, just with heavy cream instead of sugar syrups. The best part? Her energy was stable all day. No more afternoon slumps, no more falling asleep at her desk. By 9 months, she'd lost 47 pounds. Her beautiful dresses fit again, her face looked younger, and she said, "I feel like myself again, just the version who says no to cake." Next, Claudia's confidence. Comeback weight loss wasn't even the biggest reward, it was confidence. Claudia started walking during lunch breaks, joined a weekend dance class, and treated herself to a new wardrobe, one that fit. Her doctor took her off blood sugar medication completely, her cholesterol improved, and she inspired 3 co-workers to try keto with her. She said the best compliment came from her teenage daughter, who told her, "Mom, you actually have more energy than me now." Here are lessons from Claudia's journey. Claudia's story teaches a few things worth repeating. You can't out-snack a bad diet. She wasn't overweight because she lacked discipline. She just didn't understand what her body needed. Fat is fuel, not the enemy. Once she started feeding her body the right kind of fuel, it responded beautifully. Small changes create big results. She didn't overhaul everything overnight. She simply swapped one habit at a time. Laughter helps. Her motto became, "If I can laugh at it, I can live through it." The takeaway for you is, if you're watching this thinking, "That's me, I live in the break room too," remember this. You don't need perfection to lose weight. You just need to stop feeding your body sugar and let it do what it was designed to do, burn fat. You don't have to be perfect keto, strict keto, or even track everything. Just lower your carbs, choose real food, and be consistent. Like Claudia says, "The only thing I count now is how many pairs of jeans I've had to give away." If Claudia's story made you smile, or made you believe change is possible, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who's always starting on Monday. You don't need to be perfect, just start. because the best time to stop snacking your way to sickness is today.